All right, all right. What's up, everybody? What's going down? It's Tuesday. That's right. You know, it's been like freaking 2 weeks since we haven't done an interview. We haven't done an interview on the late night show starring DJ Pakman. And, okay, there was an excuse for it, but probably wasn't a valid excuse, so I'm not even going to talk about it. But here we are again. We are right here on the late night show starring DJ Pakman, and today I have a very special guest, a very good friend of mine that's coming on the show, and he's going to tell his story. But as I like to do on all my shows, I like to talk about how I meet the DJs that come on the show. And I like to embarrass them a little bit, you know, because I think that's part of the show, part of the fun. My friend is looking at me like, dude, you better not say that one story with the. But anyways, all right, I'm gonna talk about how I met DJ Lifestyle. Okay, so the company that we both work for, has a contract with Citadel outlets, and we DJ there like on a consistent basis. So the first time I meet DJ Lifestyle, he comes up to me and he's all like, "Hey man, let me drop a set." And I was like, well, I'm very picky with who touches my turntables, okay? I'm very picky. But I was like, you know, at that moment, I don't know, I just felt like, okay, I'm gonna get out of like this whole being this DJ diva. So I was like, okay, I got rid of the pickiness. I was like, okay, go ahead and drop a set. I'm not gonna be a douchebag. Go ahead, man. And I was like, do you have your laptop? He's like, yes, I do. I think he was carrying his laptop. And I was like, okay, let's do this. And this literally exactly what happened afterwards is the freaking reason I don't like people touching my equipment or for DJs to drop sets when we're DJing. We plug in his laptop and the entire system just crashes. And I kept telling him like, man, it's your laptop, bro. It's your laptop. And then we plug my laptop back in to save the day. And now my laptop crashes. And now both of our laptops are not, and we're just there like, dude, there's people waiting for music. We didn't know what to do. Luckily, there was a third DJ who was there shadowing me at the time, and he put on his laptop and was able to, save the day. But this is how I met DJ Lifestyle. And it's funny because, it's these memories that where you meet people that you kind of like keep these memories and you share them and you bond over them. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. DJ Lifestyle himself right here live on the DJ Pakman Show. Or the late night show starring DJ Pakman. What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
How are you?
Good to be here.
Good. Hey, now I told my side of the story. I embarrassed you a little bit. Go ahead and tell your side of the story. You can embarrass me too, man. It's all good.
So, they were there for 3 days. I remember the first day I went up, had a simple conversation like, hey, can I mix a bit? And they're like, do you have your laptop? I was like, no, I don't. So I'll bring it the next day. That's when my laptop crashed. So he's like, it's not going to work with your laptop. So we tried. The third day, we got a USB. We plugged it into his laptop. And the thing is that it was so hot outside that I'm pretty sure that's the reason why everything was crashing. So we plugged it in, wouldn't want to work. Then I was like, since there was no music at all for like 5-10 minutes, I just disconnected my USB. Then his computer crashed. So everything just went, it was bad.
And that's how we met.
Yep.
That's how we met. All right, man. So I want to know all about you. Well, actually, not me. The audience wants to know all about you, man. What is the reason you started DJing? What's the pinnacle of your involvement in the world of DJing?
So my furthest memory that I have DJing wise, like based off of the story, my brother had a laptop with virtual DJ on there. That's how I started, with some really bad music. Don't ever do this, off of YouTube.
Ooh.
Yeah, I started off there. And then I remember from there, it just, it became a hobby. I never thought I could get paid for it, but it became a hobby. And then my first gig was at my niece's 13th birthday party. It was a pool party, nothing special. And the thing was that we had the really old school passive speakers, the JBLs that you have to plug in to an amplifier.
Oh no.
So we were using that big one just sitting there by the pool. And I was just replaying the same music over and over again. I had like 50 songs and that was it.
All right, man. So thinking about that experience, right? Your first gig, downloading music off of YouTube, using virtual DJ. What advice would you go back and give yourself at that point?
Buy a controller. Because it was just pause, play, and then off of the computer, use the crossfader.
Ooh.
And that was it.
Okay. Now, do you like virtual DJ or are you against virtual DJ? Now that you've established yourself as a DJ.
So I'm not against it because that's obviously what I started off of. But I'm not for it either because I'm not going to use that at a gig. Right now I use Rekordbox by Pioneer because I'm a hardcore Pioneer fan.
We have this argument all the time too. Friendships are built on clowning on each other apparently. Yep. But we have this really debate going on of what's better, Rekordbox or Serato. And I personally prefer Serato. I feel like Serato has been the leading, the captain, the industry standard when it comes to music. And Rekordbox is trying to make an appearance, right? Pioneer by all means is great equipment. Pioneer, I will give it to Pioneer. They have made top of the line equipment for a very long time, but they're trying to catch up when it comes to the whole DJ software. Do you agree with that? Or?
I do. Okay. Yeah, because I know that Serato's been there when it used to be Serato Lite, Serato Pro, and I know that they've been there since the longest. So I know it started off with scratch DJs from the 80s, 90s, and what it is now. But Rekordbox, I feel like it's the new competitor trying to go against them. And they're doing a good job because they always bring out with new equipment and that people want.
100% guaranteed. Yeah. And that's the thing with Rekordbox, that I feel they have a really, big company behind them.
Yeah.
So they have the money or the experience to be able to compete. It's not a new company going against Serato. It's actually an established company going against Serato, which I think, is the right way to do it. It's the smart way to do it. The one thing I did notice about Rekordbox, though, was that, the software is very different to look at.
Yeah,
that
is true. That is true.
And I feel like if they would have made it a little bit more similar to Serato, I feel like the transition between the both,
yeah, I get you.
It would have been easier for people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and now tell me what plans do you have? What's your lifelong goal or your long-term goal when it comes to DJing?
So DJing, I've always liked as a hobby. So it'd be cool to work at a radio station, or if not, work at a nightclub because I've always wanted to live in Vegas.
Okay.
So it'd be cool to transition over there and DJ over there, at a nightclub.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. I think that's a good dream, man. That's definitely a good dream. And what's your style of music?
So right now I'm doing a lot of EDM and a lot of Latin, so I combine both. But I also play hip hop and R&B.
Okay, for sure. And you said a lot of Latin. I'd like to get your take on this. Are you a Hispanic DJ?
Yeah.
No, were you born? Where were you born?
So I'm Mexican American.
Okay.
I'm a dual citizen.
Okay.
So I listen to a lot of corridos and stuff like that, and bandas and cumbias, pretty much everything you could think of when it comes to Latin music.
Sure.
Even reggaeton. But then I also have, the American side of me, which likes EDM, rock and roll, everything else that comes along with, the U.S. Yeah.
Yeah, with growing
culture,
up here.
Yeah, the culture being here.
Yeah, growing up here. Yeah, so that's a pretty cool culture, man. I think that's a really... I feel like people with two ethnicities kind of bring a different dynamic to DJing.
Yeah.
They're not stuck on a genre.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I feel that, I don't know if this has happened to you, but I know it's happened to me. DJs who only play one language, they'll sometimes come up to me and be like, "Hey, man, I can't take this gig because I need a Spanish speaker, or I need somebody that knows the music, etc., etc."
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you have your dual citizenship, and you use that to your advantage when it comes to DJing. Do you DJ at clubs or what's your main, where can people find you right now?
So right now mainly on Instagram. If you send me a message at DJ Lifestyle, I will reply. I usually do house parties. I've done a few clubs, but mainly it's just, whatever people want, that's what I'll play.
Okay. No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Do you take requests?
Yeah, I actually do.
You do.
I do.
Ooh,
I'll try to throw it in there because I don't want drunk people on me the whole gig.
Okay.
I've had that before, and no.
Wait. So you think if you take a request, like drunk people will kind of stay away?
Yeah.
I think the opposite, man.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like if you take one request, then everybody's gonna know, like, oh, he takes requests, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. What's the worst thing that's happened to you at a party with a drunk person?
Ooh, I've had a few. So, the first house party that I did, I remember there was two girls. I was DJing and they were putting drinks on the table, and it's a no-no because if you drop a drink on your equipment, it could backfire. So they had that, and then I was already leaving. It was like time was done. I had already been paid. The gig was over, and they're trying to keep me playing and playing without paying.
Ugh.
So I was like, no, I gotta go. And they're just like starting to do insults. So I was like, okay, I'm a dip. It's time. The second time, I remember I was playing, and I remember it's just drunk people, one falling after the other, and I'm just like, I'm not done with my set yet. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
You have to balance it out.
So, all right. So your worst experiences happen to be surrounded by alcohol.
Yeah.
A lot of drunk people.
Yep.
What have you done about that? Like, what is your reaction? What do you do when it comes to like being able to control or handle the drunkenness
Yeah.
at a party?
So I usually have my setup in front of me, so no one could really get near me, and
Okay.
I'm based at an angle, so they can't really, get too close. But whenever it's going on, I just let it happen because it's none of my business, realistically speaking. I let someone else deal with it, whoever's in charge of the party.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's usually what happens.
You kind of just try to block yourself off with your equipment.
From the situation,
That way people they don't have access to you.
Yeah.
Okay,
In case
for
of
sure.
that situation.
Yeah, for sure. So now you know that if you're at a party and you see DJ Lifestyle and he like encloses himself with a table,
Now you know why.
he doesn't want you near him. All right, don't get near the guy. No, I think that's fair, man. I think it's always good to have techniques, to have like little tricks up our sleeve. Dude, this is very expensive equipment, man.
It is.
It's not cheap to buy this stuff, and I don't think people realize that.
Yeah.
Apple computers are not cheap.
Easily, yeah. Easily over $1,000, even if you have an old one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, now DJ Lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Where did that come from?
What? Oh, the name?
The name, yeah.
So the name actually came back from my background because I'm a 2000 baby, so I was raised during a recession.
Okay.
So I just wanted to change my lifestyle because I was just tired of not having money. So I've thought about it so many times. We've actually tried changing the name a few times,
Yeah.
but it just like I just like that name.
You like the name, yeah.
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle. Okay. And did your life change? Were you able to?
It has.
Okay.
It has. So DJing has allowed me to have more wealth, more time away from like my actual job, because since it's my side hustle, I still get paid from it, but I enjoy doing it.
Okay. Now I know who I could get a loan from. So.
Yeah.
This guy. All right, man. So I like that, man. I like that your name had purpose.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that. I feel like that's something that means something to you, and I'm sure as you're behind the decks, you think about that, and you kind of like, it gives you like this character or this energy to be able to make your set even better.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
Right. How often do you practice?
So right now I've been super busy. I haven't been practicing, but before, when I was having a lot more gigs, practice almost every day, work 3-4 hours just downloading music, organizing my music. It took me 4 days just to organize my whole library.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And you went to school for this?
Yeah, I actually did.
Yeah.
So I had gone to Beat Lab Academy before I had met DJ Pakman. I spent maybe like 3 months there DJing, and then I finished the course. But then time got on, it was just a hobby. That's when I met Pakman a few months after, and that's how we got along.
Yeah. By crashing each other's laptops.
Yep.
All right, man. And So if you were to make it a Vegas, what would be your would you live over there? Would you like stay here, travel? Like what would your
It would be kind of both because, I have family here. I know they're not going to move to Vegas.
Yeah.
Hopefully that would be cool. But it would be cool to have like an apartment over there and do both, like commute back and forth.
Okay.
DJ here and DJ over there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And does your family support your
Yeah.
They do. Okay, that's good.
At first they didn't.
Oh, talk about that, man.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So, I had finished high school. I had graduated. My parents wanted me to go to college, and I was like, I want to pursue music. I want to work. I'll work and pursue music. So I paid for it. So I paid for my equipment. Went to Beat Lab Academy.
Yeah.
Over there in Glendale or Eagle Rock, and I finished that. And I was like, okay, cool. I have a skill that I can have under my belt, and I can make money from it. So time went on. Then I went to ELAC, but I dropped out because I wasn't interested in college, honestly.
Okay.
So I just kept working, and now I have another side hustle.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so you're what did your family say to say no to your DJing? What was their reaction?
Their initial reaction was that I don't want to go to college.
Okay.
So they were like, pushing for me to go, but I didn't go. So I was like, I have to go to work, but I also have to do something to, be occupied.
Okay.
So that's why I decided to pursue DJing.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it.
You got to pursue a dream no matter what.
Yeah.
Whether it's through the college path
or a different path.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
And you said now they do support you.
Yeah.
In what sense? Like what how do you feel that they do support you?
So now that I DJ more often, I told my dad hey, I'm gonna get paid for this much. He's like, oh, that's cool, because he didn't think DJing would make money.
Okay.
He thought it was just like a hobby, which is fine, But DJing, now that it's actually paying for itself, they support it, because my parents are old school, so they have to visually see what's going on.
Yeah, I think that's the trick with a lot of parents.
Yeah. Showing
them, oh, this is actually making money. Oh, in this case, my son is gonna be able to support himself and not kind of not be a bum, right? I think that's like what parents really want to see, like that their kids are professional and they move up in the world.
Yeah.
So is that how you feel about your parents?
So I do, because obviously my parents, they come from Mexico. I'm first generation. So over there, you go to school, you go to work.
Yeah.
So it's it's both. But I decided to pursue DJing because of it.
Sure.
So follow it like a dream.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right, man. So every single time I have a DJ on the show, I like talking about food. All right. I think, I ask these questions because I think they're important for people to know, to get to know you a little bit better. Okay. So the question for you is, what kind of Mexican food? What is your Mexican dish that's your favorite dish?
Okay. That would be a good carne asada.
Carne asada.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beef ranchera with some rice and some beans.
Okay.
With some lemon and an avocado. That's my go-to dish.
Okay.
My favorite.
No, that's really good. It is really good. Okay. Here's the next question. Can you make that dish?
I cannot.
Okay.
I cannot.
Okay.
Yeah. That's an interesting one. I cannot.
Okay. Would you be willing to learn to make that dish?
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
Okay. So if I was to challenge you on the show
to make that dish,
you would make it. You would learn and you would make it.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that.
All right.
We're gonna do that. Okay. Okay. Because that are you single?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Ladies, once he learns how to make that dish, you can hit him up because he's single. And that's what I was gonna say, man. If you know how to make that dish, all the ladies are watching, bro.
That's true.
Ladies are watching. So, but now they know it's all right. It's all right. Once he gets there, they'll be.
Get there, yeah.
You'll get there. All right. So we're gonna do that. A challenge. It's happening here on the late night show starring DJ Pakman. DJ Lifestyle is gonna make carne asada, rice and beans.
Yeah.
From scratch.
That's fine.
With avocado.
That's perfectly fine.
Guacamole or avocado?
Avocado. Cut up avocado.
Cut up avocado. Okay. Whew. Hey, the reason I'm saying all this is I don't really cook that much, man. I cook very
Very little.
Very little. So the show's gonna be outside. What would you prefer? A barbecue setup where we
Barbecue
have
setup.
cameras, or do you want like a stove setup?
No, barbecue.
Barbecue.
Barbecue, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we're gonna make this happen. I'm excited for it. All right, man. So why was that your go-to dish? Why?
Well, there's actually a funny background story.
Okay.
When my mom was pregnant with me, she would always smell carne asada, and she didn't know why. It was me telling her I want carne asada.
Interesting. Okay, I hear about that a lot. My wife and I just recently had our baby.
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember her cravings. If she's watching, I'm sorry. But I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Where the kid later on in life, like you, craves that dish.
Yep.
Huh. I wonder. I wonder. I wonder if my mom like was craving a lot of tequila when. All right, man. What are you gonna play for us today?
So I'm gonna play a little bit of EDM and a little bit of Latin music, so reggaeton, maybe a little bit of hip hop.
Okay.
So I'll keep it interesting.
So you're gonna mix both cultures that you grew up with.
Yeah.
Okay.
In this set.
Oh, here's a good question. This one is for all the ladies out there. Pay attention. DJ lifestyle.
Yes.
Do you know how to dance?
I do. I do know how to dance.
Okay. How'd you learn how to dance?
YouTube.
Oh my God! Wow, bro.
A lot of YouTube.
Okay. That's a confession. That the confessions of the DJs.
Yep.
Okay, that's awesome. That's actually pretty cool. You looked up videos to learn how to dance. Okay. Okay.
I learned the basic moves. You know, the 1-2 step.
Yeah.
The back, the side. It was just that. You know, cumbias. Learning how to dance cumbias.
Did you learn how to dance before DJing or after DJing?
I say during.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I would play music, but I just wouldn't know how to dance. I'd be like a penguin.
That's really good, man. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you cannot be a DJ and not know how to dance.
Yeah.
I'm serious, man. In order to hold a beat, in order to beat match, in order for like to just get the rhythm of the music and feel the music, you gotta know how to dance.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to move your body.
Yeah.
Do you have any sisters?
I have 3 sisters and 1 brother.
Older or younger?
Older.
All of them.
I'm the youngest one.
You're the youngest
I'm
one.
the youngest one.
Oh my God. Okay, and your 3 sisters.
Yeah.
How older are they than you?
Twice my age.
Twice your age.
Twice my age.
Bro, I'm a little bit disappointed right now because you're telling me your sisters did not teach you how to dance.
Oh, they tried. No. It
Oh.
was a bad story.
Tell the story. Share, man. Share.
So, about a few years ago, maybe like 3 years ago, we had a party at my sister's house. And I was just dancing. I didn't care. I was having a rhythm. And during that time, I remember my sister's like, you have a really bad rhythm. So she was trying to teach me, and I was just like, it wouldn't go good. So after that, I just started YouTubing. Yeah.
So, all right, man. I'm gonna save your sisters right now. Basically, what you're saying is your sisters got frustrated with your dance moves.
Yeah.
They got impatient, and they're like, "Nah, we're done."
We're gonna teach them. Yeah.
Oh my God. So, basically, you were unteachable until you learn how to do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a good trait. That's a good trait. You know, if when you get married, the lucky one out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll be not only will you be able to dance, you'll be able to learn on your own.
Yep.
So no carpentry, no do-it-yourself projects. You won't have you have to pay for plumbing. Yep. You hear this?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna stop it with the single life over here. All right, man. So that's cool, man. I think, like I said, I think that's important. I think that's cool that your sisters also like took that initiative. You know.
Yeah.
Because that's how I learned. You know, I was like my sister taught me how to dance, and my life changed after that. You know, like it was actually I learned how to dance coming out in my sister's quinceañera.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you tell that story?
You just became the host of the late night show with Pakman. Yeah, man, absolutely. So, you know, Mexicans. Yeah. Mexicans, you know, when you're when you're little, and I'm only 2 years younger than my sister, so my sister was gonna have her quinceañera, and they asked, my parents were like, "You're gonna come out in it." Here's the sad part. That's a chambelán. Yeah. Here's the sad part. I'm gonna throw my sister under the bus right now. I'm just like calling everybody out. That's what the show's about. I'm gonna throw my sister under the bus because she had a boyfriend, and she would rather have her boyfriend at the time be her chambelán de honor instead of her own brother. Bro, what the heck? What the heck?
Yeah.
And where's the boyfriend now?
There's a little bit of pettiness right there.
Right? But all right, I forgive her. She did teach me how to dance, and like I said, man, my life was different after that.
Yeah.
Because when she taught me how to dance, I was no longer afraid of like going up to girls and dancing, right?
I get you.
And I think that's a big deal. Back when you're little, man, like when I don't know if this happened in your generation, but in my generation, the dances at middle school, like girls were on one side, boys were on the other side, and
no one would ever. I get you.
Yeah, and I wasn't afraid because I knew how to dance. Yeah. And that was a big influence on me on DJing too. It made me fall in love with music. It made me fall in love with music. Yeah, absolutely. So, all right. So we're talking about you dancing, your whole meals, your culture. Where do you work at Citadel?
I do. That's how I met you.
Yeah.
There.
Right. What do you do there?
So I work in retail. That's my main job, but then DJing is my side hustle. So when I saw them perform, they were having their event. I just went up to them and I was like, "Hey, can I drop a set?" And
the story goes from there. Yeah. And that's cool, man. I really feel like you kind of like have this path of like of knowing what you want in life.
Yeah.
Right.
I get you.
And I think that's really an important just thing to have in your life of like I know what I want.
Yeah.
I know what I want. All right, man. And you were telling me this is the last story because you're about to jump on.
Cool.
But I gotta put you on the spot one more time.
Okay.
This is my job. What were you doing right before you came over here?
Right now?
Yeah.
Oof. Damn, I just told him too. So I was getting my equipment and I jumped over here, and it's maybe a 30-40 minute drive. I'm running a few minutes late, and there was a lot of traffic. Then it opens up to a few different roads and there's a lot of cars. So I might have been doing some questionable stuff. Driving. And yeah, it probably could have got me in a lot of trouble, but we'll keep it to that.
All right, man. I guess you're holding me to a secret that I cannot share with the world, but all right. I'll respect your silence. I'll plead the fifth on that one. People ask me like, what was free lifestyle doing the day of your interview? I will just I'll plead the fifth. All right, man. So let's go ahead and jump on. I'm gonna move the chairs out of your way, and I know you're gonna kill it.
Cool.
And
Sounds
hey,
good.
thank you so much for being on the show.
No problem.
Appreciate it.